Welcome back to another video. Today's a good one. In this episode, we're going behind the scenes of one of the wildest lighting phenomena I've ever witnessed, hidden inside one of the coolest locations I've explored on Vancouver Island. Over a series of visits, I'll take you to an epic sea cave and a stunning waterfall that pours straight into the Pacific Ocean. Some of these trips went well, and some of them did not. And on one unforgettable evening, I was treated to the most insane light show I've ever experienced. As the sun set, a beam of deep orange and red light cut through the sky, striking the waterfall directly, transforming the scene into Vancouver Island's very own Firefall. We're hiking along a rugged stretch of the Juan De Fuca Trail, one of my absolute favorite coastal trails on the island. The trail is massive, stretching along the southwest coast and packed with pure landscape photography gold. Waterfalls, sea caves, tide pools, old-growth forests. If it exists on a wild coastline, this trail has it. This specific area is incredibly unique and extremely unforgiving. Most of the time, mid to high tides push the water hard against the seawall, making access to this beach completely impossible. But if you're patient, there are rare windows when the tide recedes and the surf calms just enough to allow exploration. When that happens, this place reveals itself. A network of small sea caves weaving through the seawall. A massive triangular rock arch opens up, revealing a waterfall cascading straight into the ocean, fed by a coastal old-growth forest above. The entire place feels otherworldly. Not every visit went as planned. On one attempt, I arrived during low tide, but the surf was still too rough. Against my better judgment, I went in anyway. After about 20 minutes of shooting, I was hit by a rogue wave and dragged out into the ocean. For a few terrifying moments, I was caught in the thrashing surf, struggling to get back to shore. I eventually made it, still clutching to my now destroyed camera. The camera didn't survive, but the memory card did. And these are some images from that day. A day that almost ended very differently for me. What I love most about these images are the mood. The violent surf, the jagged rock walls, the cold, misty atmosphere of an early morning storm. The conditions completely set the tone for these images. I used the natural rock formations and the crashing waves to frame the scene, adding depth and movement wherever I could. Unfortunately, the surf was far too dangerous to capture the waterfall itself during this visit. Some of my favorite images from that day are the self-portraits I shot just moments before the wave hit. They'll hang on my wall forever, a reminder to respect these places and to stay safe while exploring them. Back to the Firefall. After multiple sunrise and sunset attempts, I started noticing something special. Right as the sun rose or set, it would briefly blast the rock wall with a wash of orange and gold light. My vision was simple, a glowing inferno of warm light on the rock wall, with the waterfall and archway tucked into cool, shadowy tones in the background. But for weeks, the timing was never right. The angle was off, the light was too harsh, and most sunsets were a complete bust. So I spent my time exploring, shooting compositions inside the surrounding sea caves and archways. I played around with different compositions and angles, using the rock formations and the waterfall to add depth and visual interest to the scene. I especially loved incorporating a human element. It adds a sense of scale and gives the viewer a clear point of perspective within the landscape. The shapes, colors, textures, and overall mood all complement each other beautifully, coming together in a really powerful way. This is the kind of place where I could happily spend hours in a single spot, watching the light change, refining compositions, and waiting patiently for the right moment to reveal itself. That moment came on my 5th visit. The sky was nothing special, but just as the sun dropped below the horizon, it hit a bank of clouds and sent a single golden beam across the landscape. And somehow, impossibly, that beam landed directly on the waterfall. My heart started pounding out of my chest. In landscape photography, moments like these can last mere seconds, and if you're not ready, you miss them. But this time, I was ready. I was all set up, and for about 7 minutes, the scene absolutely exploded with light. And I walked away with some of my favorite images I've ever taken. So I hope you all enjoy these photographs from the Vancouver Island Firefall. Here we can see the sun has just perfectly illuminated the waterfall as it pours into the ocean. That unique triangular rock formation naturally frames the scene, drawing your eye straight to the falls. The cool tones of the rock and water balance beautifully against the fiery, warm glow of the illuminated cascade. It's moments like these that are exactly why I love landscape photography, a rare and fleeting collaboration between land, light, and love, all merging into a single instant. I hope these photographs capture even a small fraction of the magic that unfolded that evening. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, or sharing it with a fellow adventure lover. And if you'd like to support my work or learn more about conservation efforts on Vancouver Island, please feel free to visit my website, mikemcumberphotography.com. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace and love, baby.